Michelle.
Welcome to the Town Board meeting, Thursday, February 20th, 2020. Please rise and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Emergency exits are to my right and back of the town clerk, and also the door you came in. Roll, please.
Councilwoman Samoji. Here. Sorry. Councilman Gutierrez.
Here.
Councilwoman Doyle. Here. And Supervisor Perotti.
Here.
Let the record reflect that Councilman Morris will be absent this evening.
Public comment?
She's not here. I don't think she's coming.
Okay.
I didn't get a response, a confirmation.
All right. Supervisors report. Wassaic Trail to the Train update. Progress meeting was held at the Amenia Town Hall on February 12, 2020 with Colarusso Contractors, Town of Amenia Project Manager, WSP Resident Engineer, and Supervisor. Work performed in the last period included the installation/drilling of the helical piles has been completed. The pedestrian boardwalk timber/lumber elements placement, screwing, nailing, and bolting was started and continued so that 50% of the work has been completed. Pending is the installation of railing posts and rails, plus the completion of ledger beams, joists, and planks. The installation of the silt fences at the south end abutment was completed. The boardwalk south end timber abutment was completed, in addition to the under drain placed and the area backfilled. Subcontractor ANC Fence installed chain link fence that runs along the western side of the Metro North Park tracks from the entrance to the Wassaic train station and ending well into the boardwalk area. Grant update, the Tribute Garden grant in addition to the Greenway grant for improvements at Fountain Square will be submitted in the next few months. Research into other grant opportunities is ongoing for water and wastewater infrastructure. Town of Amenia meetings, supervisor, town clerk, deputy town clerk, went to the Association of Towns annual conference and attended classes. Supervisor also attended a NYMER recommended seminar entitled Reasonable Suspicion Training for supervisors regarding warning signs of drug and alcohol abuse. Town clerk report.
Good evening. The minutes of December 19th and January 2nd are in your packets this evening. Tax collection is moving along. To date, collected $2,781,371.57. That's approximately 45%. Today, I've remitted to the supervisor the following town shares: $749,554 for Highway Fund DA. For our special districts, I've remitted the following: $125,000 for the Amenia Library, $625,707 for Amenia Fire, $19,000 for Amenia Lighting, $25,705 for Amenia Water, $396,440 for Wassaic Fire, $7,100 for Wassaic Lighting, $11,640 for re-levied miscellaneous, $15,597.79 for re-levied water sewer. It's a lot. As I like to give that friendly reminder right now, all the way through the end of this month, being that February 29th is on a Saturday, collection period is through March 2nd with no penalty. For our highway department, currently they're looking at applying for a bid for the bank stabilization at Deep Hollow Road, and at this time I would request permission to go ahead and do the RFP notice in the Millerton News. The notice will read as follows: for the town of Amenia, New York, hereby invites the submissions of sealed bids for bid RFP TOA-03-20 Engineering Services for Town of Amenia Bank Stabilization at Deep Hollow Road. Proposals will be received until 2 p.m. on the 20th day of March at the Town of Amenia Town Clerk and Tax Collector's Office, 4988 Route 22, Amenia, New York. Specifications proposal forms may be obtained by visiting the Empire State Purchasing Group Regional Bid Notification System at www.empirestatebidsystem.com or the Town Clerk's Office located at 4988 Route 22, Amenia, New York, 12501. Please kindly note that the office hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday and closed on Fridays. Copies of the bidding documents obtained from any other source are not considered official copies. For additional information, please call area code 845-373-8118. And I'd request permission to advertise that for Megan and the supervisor.
Motion to grant authorization to advertise for engineering services for the bank stabilization project on Deep Hollow Road.
Second.
Councilwoman Samoji?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yeah.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Thank you. While I'm asking for permissions to advertise, I know that March is quickly approaching us, and I'd like permission to go ahead and help out the Recreation Department and advertise for their rec director, their lifeguards, their summer camp directors, all the positions that we normally do, and I want to...
Motion to authorize advertisement of open positions for the
Summer recreation.
summer recreation program.
Second.
Councilperson Samoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
As we are in the bid process here, we've received several bids, which we have to make them all official and open them. If you would be so kind to pass this to the supervisor. We have the submission
for
for
the
the
sidewalk.
engineering services for downtown Amenia pedestrian accessible project, sidewalk removal and replacement.
Okay. Minutes. Do you have a copy of the minutes? Should be in here.
Yeah, they were.
Ah, very bottom, okay.
Sorry. So that's right. We just, Ian's not here and I'm
We
still
kept
on.
looking.
I'm just looking to see where the amount is.
I'm not going to read this one and I'll explain why in a minute. You want to read, pass me a copy, Victoria?
Yeah, I was just looking for where it said the amount of the bid in the proposal. The first proposal is from Crawford and Associates Engineering and Land Surveying.
Well, this one, I was just cheating, trying to...
Non-collusion. Did you want to see them to make sure everything is on there? I think I see the non-collusion report.
Is there another packet within?
But
Is there anything else in the...
there's just the,
So the Crawford Associates will complete the design and permitting for the Town of Amenia sidewalk removal and replacement for a fixed fee of $13,000. The fee will include preparing the design plan sufficient to the obtaining the competitive bids, working with DOT for highway work permits, preparation of the bid documents to solicit the prices, construction administration, and contractor pay through requesting processing, working with DCDP for approvals throughout the process. Fees, if their maps don't exist, our fee would include an additional $3,000 for the boundary determination of the area of the sidewalks. Should DOT require designs based on the detailed topographic information, their survey fee would be $800. So if you want to leave that one out as your first comparison.
Okay.
And then your next one is from AKRF. They're including the cost for the survey, and they've broken it down in great detail, showing the cost of the survey, the preparation with the 3 alternate concepts, the preliminary plans, the construction, seeker, cost of estimates, utility, permits, bid support, construction, any meetings, cost of monthly control and reports, for their total project of $25,614. That's 2. And the third one. And your third one is from MJ Engineering and Land Surveying. And their cost, just looking at costs again, again broken down by manager, engineering design, technician, project familiarity, designs, details, bids and awards, constructions, meetings, $34,000. Even.
Ooh, a big range.
Yeah, from 13 to 30?
13, 34, and 25.
Well, the 13, what was the $8,000 potential? That was if maps are needed?
800.
800.
They were
No.
going to add an additional 800.
Yeah,
and then there
it's
was an additional-
13,000, 3,000 if they need to do a
3,000.
boundary determination, and
was.
800 if the survey fee. It's for a total of 16,800, which is, I believe, is a low bid.
That's your low bid. And if you want to have time to look at them and come back, or do you want to, as the meeting progresses, I can go through and just make sure that that's really, if I read, I just kind of opened it really quick in front of you, I didn't.
Well, yeah, at the end of the meeting, we could, because I'd like to,
Because,
choose one, because we need to use the grant money this year. It's
Right.
for the sidewalk in front of the post
right.
office.
I mean, looking at it, that is your low bid.
Yeah,
going
just
right from
to
their
make
cost,
sure it
but
meets,
I'll pull them off while you guys continue,
yeah,
that way I don't,
Okay.
and then we can just make sure it's
Sorry.
it's going to cover everything.
And then MJ
You know, the low
Proposals did
bid.
call and leave a message that they had sent out a packet. They realized there was an error in this packet, and they asked us not to open this one. It is here. We will go ahead and, have it just to make sure maybe something was missing.
I just want to point out that Crawford and was the engineer we had for the ADA project and the
Yes,
window
yes, I
project
remember
here.
that.
So they're,
So they should, yes, so they sound like they're responsible.
yeah, they did a very good job
Right,
of that.
right.
So that's 1, 2. And then the fourth item that I received regarding proposals was that we did receive back from a vendor indicating that the scope of work was too small, so that's why they've elected not to bid. But at least we got one of these back, which is great when you're doing your grants. One last thing that I just want to announce to the community members. As we all know, the last 6 years I've been talking proudly about attending the Association of Towns training, and I have officially received my certificate for my certified town official. So it's just more alphabet to go after my name, but it's something that
You
we've
want to
been working hard.
explain what we have to do that?
So this
I'm
is,
currently doing it too.
What it is that you have to complete 30 credits in 10 different town government subject areas. So for the last 6 years since I've been your clerk, I've been attending various classes, not just the typical town clerk and court clerk and justice classes. I've been taking assessor classes, building department classes. I've been taking planning and zoning classes, supervisor classes. fiscal classes.
Attorney.
Attorney and legals.
Highway?
Highway department, I got to sit in and learn all about dirt and how you, why and where and how
We got
you
the-
stock in the dirt and the different items that go in there and how you're supposed to separate it out. And, I mean, it's been really, it's really been entertaining to learn all of the departments in such detail, and the classes that the Association of Towns offers for all of us here is just one in its own. And I would encourage not only the elected officials, but all of our employees, if when it comes to budgeting season, to take the time out and to go down and take these classes. They're hour-long classes, but the vast subject matters that you can learn about, it's really makes it fun. And the amount of people that you meet in the different areas, you really get to network. So I just want to let the board know I've officially received my certificate, and I'll continue my continued education as it requires. So I wear the pin proudly tonight. But, you know, it was a personal goal of mine to receive my registered municipal clerk designation, and then when the state brought this new certification out, it really meant a lot, just so that way I can really understand what the different offices and the different departments are doing, and I only think that it betters me to be a better clerk for you. So just thank you for the board for always supporting me in the
Right.
continued education.
Right.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That's why,
I have 3 more
Marie, that's why
credits to
you're my
go.
one-stop shopping.
I
My one-stop shopping. Dawn Marie, what about this?
And she is here quite frequently, so I can tell you, I think I am her one-stop shop. And then just a quick thank you to everyone who has taken the time out of their day today to come to the Amenia Town Hall and donate for our 6th annual blood drive here at the Town Hall. Everybody knows there's a personal meaning and purpose to that. So if you weren't able to get here today because you have some other obligations going on or fighting the flu, because it is flu season, the next time you see a sign that says donations are being accepted, please do your very best to stop in and donate blood, because it does save a life. So, thanks. And I'll let you guys continue with the meeting while I look at this real quick.
Do
Do you want to do the claims?
Sure, we can. They're down there. So tonight for vouchers, we are presenting in the amount of $251,611.85. The voucher claims are as follows. General Fund A, and this is inclusive of our year-end December prepaids and our January bills. $155,697.64. Highway Fund DA0, $39,203.87. Amenia Lighting SL1, $1,680.69. Wasake Lighting SL2, $598.61. Amenia Water SW0, $4,992.91. Trail to the Train, $49,438.13, for a grand total in our bills this month, $251,611.85.
I'll make a motion that we pay the claims as read.
Second.
Council members Samoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
You guys want to approve the minutes? Did you have a chance to go through them?
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the December 19th, 2019 minutes as presented.
Second.
Council members Samoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Motion to approve the minutes for January 2nd, 2020 as presented.
Second.
Council members Samoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
That's good.
Where's your?
Okay. Are you done?
I am done.
You are done, okay.
And
Water District Report. January 2020 monthly update. Total water produced December 2019 was 2,162,500 gallons, and January 2020, 1,635,800 gallons. Average daily flow distribution, 70,200 for December 2019. For January 2020 is 52,800. Meter change, customer calls, 768 of Route 22, found leak on service connection under meter, customer plumber to fix. 6 Autumn Lane, check meter found working, found leak at sink, customer to fix. 6 Prospect, new meter install. 33 Broadway, customer called to have service turned on, was notified there is a leak in the service line. SCBI will locate line and try to locate leak to help assist customer. 5319 Route 44 for meter replacement. Call from 35 Depot Hill, low water pressure, 12/24/19. Found restricted aerator on kitchen sink. All other fixtures work normal. Sanitary inspection with Department of Health, 12/16, 4 hours. On 1668 Railroad leaking PRV. And 5319 Route 44, change PRV valve, low pressure. There was a water line markouts for Dig Safe New York at 33 Broadway. Water main leak lines, 1217, repaired water leak, Prospect Avenue, 8-inch water main cracked. 1223, repaired cork valve leaking, 5 Prospect Avenue. Water loss approximately 25,000 gallons. Other in 122 Lavelle Pump Road Pump House, no power, found circuit panel breaker and wiring broken because of mouse activity. New breakers, I guess we'll have to get some traps. New breakers and wiring installed. Water system was running manual during outage at Lavelle plant. Water meters read will be for January 2020. Were read for January 2020. Highway report. Recently, we replaced and updated more road signs and plan on completing the rest by the end of the year. We continue to work with the weather to maintain our dirt roads on cold mornings, grading any areas, adding stone as needed, filling in potholes, as well as working along roadsides, cutting brush. We're repairing trucks and servicing equipment. The RFP, request for proposals for engineering services for the Town of Amenia Bank stabilization at Deep Hollow Road project is complete. Will be going out for bids. And Recreation Commission report. Ellie?
So we had a meeting last Thursday and we discussed a wide variety of things. Baseball, Easter egg hunt. I've been working on getting everything up on the website. Think everything's up. I asked Dawn to check. I have the seniors items up there too. I believe there was 3 altogether.
You got three of them?
Yes.
Okay, I think one's missing, because I
Okay.
was just talking to Mike, so I'll get that to you
Okay.
Monday.
Okay, and then I'll get that up on the website. The one thing that we were talking about for the Beekman Park is to do a few upgrades. One is the bathrooms. That's the major one that we would like to see upgraded, just to kind of make it ADA compliant, and it does need a facelift. Also, some of the doors on that building also should probably be replaced, especially the door that goes into the, where the kitchen is, or what's left of the kitchen. And then also, I guess there was a heavy-duty net that was purchased that's been there for the batting cages, and the metal poles weren't quite strong enough. I mean, we're still using them, they're bending a little bit, but to replace that, that's not top priority. The bathrooms are definitely top priority.
Have you talked to Sean?
I have not.
Okay, because it would probably be a good idea to first sit down with Sean and Chucky
Okay.
and see if there's, any of this work that they can do.
Okay.
And then they could work with you, because I think some of this, most of it sounds like it's maintenance, and there's money in the budget
Okay.
to do any repairs at the ball field. So if you sit down with them and see what they need to do, and then if there's anything here that requires more of a project,
Okay.
Like the ADA. I believe we did put, a few years ago, an ADA compliant sink, but then the whole bathroom,
Yeah, the bathroom, I know, like, I just have one particular person that comes to mind that she goes to a lot of the baseball games. And when she goes in there, it's hard just because the way that the toilets are seated.
Okay.
like, And you sit down, like, you really don't have a big spot for a walker or a wheelchair to go in without any privacy.
okay.
So when the door opens, everybody can see you doing your business when you're in a wheelchair. I mean, even there's a particular male that was a coach last year for Weebatuck that he came down and he is in a wheelchair. So we just would like to see those upgraded.
Yeah,
so that-
I think the doors could probably be ordered, and the middle posts could probably, be considered. As far as upgrading the bathrooms, we may have to get an engineer for that.
Okay.
But sit down with Sean and Chucky and
Okay.
then come
Yeah,
back to
I'll call
us.
Sean
Yeah, and see what they, what they say about the repairs.
Okay,
But I think to upgrade the bathrooms and make sure they're ADA compliant, we may have to have someone take a look at
Right.
it and give us a plan.
okay.
Okay?
Also, I encourage everybody, even if you're not doing sports, anybody, like you guys all, to sign up on the website, because I can do a monthly, bi-weekly, whatever, newsletter of letting people know about all the rec programs going on. I mean, not even the rec program, I could have put the blood drive on there too. I mean, I understand that's not rec, but still, it's promoting something for the town. And it's so easy to type up the email and click it's a blast email. So I encourage everybody to sign up. You don't have to sign up for baseball or just make an account on the website. So it's a work in progress. We're getting it. Like I said, I did put the Easter egg hunt, so I would like to get a newsletter out, March 1st or somewhere around there, just saying, hey, the Easter egg hunt. So that's another way, besides the flyers, to get stuff out
I believe
there.
there's a flyer already up on
Yep.
the bulletin
Yep.
board.
Yeah. But not everybody has time to come in here or stops at Freshtown to look at the board or, wherever else we're going to put them. But it's just another way besides the newspaper, because not everybody reads the newspaper either. So if you sign up with an email and you can get it out, I mean, I'll get it out into the schools too. I'll do that soon. But it's just another way, to really promote items that are going on in the town for rec programs, so,
Did you get the Golden Age flyer too?
yes.
Okay.
The Golden Age, the Lobster, and
The Easter egg hunt?
I did the Easter egg hunt. There was 2 for the seniors that were on the table out front.
Oh,
A
okay.
couple weeks ago, I got those 2, and then I got the concert.
And okay, great.
Yes.
And the concert's a community.
Yep.
The Golden Age, it's a community concert. Anyone who wants to come in at 2 o'clock on that Thursday. There's 20 people, they come and they sing for us and they play music and they have instruments and sing and stuff like that. And they're really great and you'll have a great time. I just want to, advertise.
I just wanted to tell you what a great job you're doing. I mean,
Yes.
you hit the ground running with this recreation supervisor role.
Yes.
And how pleased and delighted we are with, all the work you've done.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The next big thing is going to be the summer program.
Yeah.
Really need to figure out that and get,
Well, that's why we thought we'd
Yes.
start advertising now.
Yes.
and if there's anything that I can do, let me know.
Quick question for you. I'd noticed in the minutes that there was a desire to start using Wassaic Park for baseball practices this year.
Yeah, that was discussed at the rec meeting last Thursday. It would be nice to start
It looks like,
utilizing that field.
yeah, it looks like the recommendation was that the ball field be included in the mowing bid, the
It is.
upcoming mowing bid. It is.
It already is.
Historically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And then I think I had also heard from someone in Wassaic that maybe the batting cage wasn't in great shape down there.
No, that needs to be repaired or replaced.
So maybe when you're speaking about the maintenance of Beekman, you can also just bring that up, and
Okay.
if they have time to go down there and check it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a
Minutes.
a thought that I'd like to pass along to the town board is that I met with Ryan. Let's see, what was her last name? Ryan. And she has done lots of tap, ballet, modern, and jazz. And she'd like to offer some classes here at the town hall. So I showed her the upstairs studio. She's currently available Mondays and Fridays. She's teaches other nights, but like an after-school program would work for her
Okay.
on either or both days. So I don't know what the availability is for
Monday in
the-
that room, there's currently karate. Yep.
Okay, and then is there anything on Fridays?
Nope.
No.
So would she come to the Recreation Commission to get approved to have the fee waived and the insurance requirement waived so that she
Yes.
could be
Yep.
a formal town program? So I think that would be good. She can come and interview here, but I would like to apply for some grants based on offering a free program in the
Yeah.
fall so that those who can't afford could
Right.
take place. But she is willing and interested in starting some classes just as a test balloon, perhaps offering a combo class
Which would be nice.
of ballet and jazz and, on one of those days, just to see
Right.
what the interest level is in. Would
So-
that work?
I like that idea. Is she going to be charging a fee for people to come to take the classes, or are we giving, or is she, or are we just, or are people just coming here, students, to take the class for free, or is she going to be charging a fee?
So there would be two different options. Right now, she's teaching, for instance, at Grace Smith's Church in Millbrook, and I asked her
Okay.
what her fees are. So I just happen to know that she's basically charging, I think it's like $49 per month. So for February, that would be 4 classes, about $12 a class. So
Okay.
that would be potentially before we would get our grants and see if we could offer a free subsidized program in the fall. So she would do a test balloon of how much interest there is. Is it jazz? Is it ballet? Is it modern? Or whatever. And then offer a program that makes sense for the kids who are interested.
Right.
So that would be the same grant like we got last year? Are we going for the same kind of grant that we got last year when we put the concert on and all of that? Is that the same grant so that we?
It would be
could-
for the dance.
For the dance, and they would be doing a holiday performance or something out of it? Is that how it's going to fit together?
Well, I, first of all, wanted to make sure that that was the kind of, she's not offering a full-blown performing arts program, as far as Heather Holohan used to spend the whole half a day here doing Saturday workshops to prepare kids for a full-on performance. I think this would be more like a recital, is my guess. But I didn't go further in exploration. I just met with her on Monday, and she seemed interested in just providing some classes. Now, if I went for a grant, I would, ask obviously for a more comprehensive
Right.
series of classes so that you would have something at the end to show.
But the grants aren't due for a while.
Oh, okay.
So we have time.
We have time to think on these
Yeah.
things. Okay, good. No, I was just wondering, so that we can figure out if somebody's coming in and doing these things, are they then going to be able to participate in some programs that we have here, like during the holiday season, or at any time, come out and do a recital at any time in the.
I think she was going to gear it more to students. That's what we've done in the past, rather than adults, but she is teaching adults.
No,
now.
that's what I mean.
In,
Students,
Grace
that's what I mean, a recital for students,
Yes,
young people.
yes, that was the thought. So when is your next recreation meeting?
It is the second Thursday of
March
March.
12th.
March 12th.
Okay,
Couldn't think of the date.
Well, it's on her minutes.
okay, so we would come to that meeting and ask for their interest in, okay.
Is there anything else?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very
Great,
much,
thank you so
Kelly.
much.
Other committee reports?
Well, I have a couple of things. And the Amenia senior bus trips, they should be on our TV now, and as Kelly was just telling you, they're going to be on the webpage, and people who know how to do that, go to it and get it. There's a lot of good stuff there. The first one's going to be Wednesday, May 20th, Broadway, Westchester Broadway Theater, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and it costs $60 and a $2 cash tip for the bus driver. The deadline is March 20th. Please sign up as soon as you can, because people are already calling me, because there are like people who've traveled on our trips already. I've sent them flyers and stuff, so I have something like 40 seats, so just as soon as you get in and I get the money, you're on the list, okay? And then we have the best seats here. For this one is the best seats in the house. There's stage center seats. And so there's no steps for anybody's, like if you have a walker or something, you don't have to worry. It's no steps. You just walk in and walk to where the seats are. And the seats are 2 people, 3 people, or 4 people. So when you sign up, tell me if it's just going to be you and your friend or you and your 3 friends. And we'll fit you into those spaces, because Westchester assigns seats. You don't go in and pick a seat. They assign you. I know that some people like to pick seats, so I just try to say it straight up, right up front. They assign seats, and that's how it goes. The other one is to our Lobster Festival on June 16th. The cost is $53 if you want 1 lobster, $58 if you want 2 lobsters, and again, the bus driver. The deadline is May 18th. And that, I can get up to 50 seats, because the bus holds 50 seats. So if you really love to go to the Lobster Fest, get on that too, because that's a big one, and we haven't been there for a couple of years. There's one other trip, but it's not until October 8th, and that's the Essex Steam Train River Boat Trip in Essex, Connecticut. And that's $60, I believe. Yeah, $60, and that's going to be a very popular one, because some people already know about it, and now you do too. So mark that on your schedule, and as soon as you see the flyer, send it in, because that has limited seating too. All right? I think the maximum she gave me was 40 seats. So
That's for the train ride,
for
right?
for the train ride, yes, 40 seats for the train ride, because they tell us what seats are available. They say you have there's this size 20 seats, this size 40 seats, and there's nothing bigger than 40 seats. So it's, and then I had to pick, so I picked 40. So please sign up for that. So that takes care of the seniors, all of you folks, and you already heard about the Golden Age Singers are coming on May something, I always forget which day of the week it is half the time. Golden Age Singers. May 14th, Thursday at 2 o'clock. It's a free concert. It's open to the entire community, everybody, anybody. If you're watching your grandchildren, bring them. If you're watching your grandmother, bring her. It's great. The singers are really great, and it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. So please come to that one. That's in May. I have one thing for the veterans. Okay. For some people who veterans out there, guys and gals. You may know that I am the veterans representative for the town of Amenia and Dover, because Dover doesn't have one either. Doesn't have one. And what they did, as a message came to me from Dr. Bill Farber, U.S. Veteran Scholarship Program at Mercy College. And I dropped this off at the VFW. I'm going to try and get a flyer or something and get it onto the TV so that you can read it. What it is, it's a free program. And this says, oh, Michelle, we're looking for your help. Oh, gosh, I love you too. It's a tuition-free program. The funding from the National Science Foundation is earmarked for 10 veterans to complete a master's science degree in mathematics education, tuition-free. The challenge attached to this good news that Dr. Farber needs to find up to 8 potential students, veterans by May 2020. Well, thank you very much for that. But that just came on my thing this week. Contact him immediately, and I have here what it is. He's Dr. William L. Farber, F-A-R-B-E-R, Director of Veterans to Math Teachers Program, Associate Professor of Mathematics Education at Mercy College, 555 Broadway, Dobbs Ferry, New York, 10522. His email is WFARBER at mercy, MERCY.edu. The phone number to call him is at area code 914-674-7675. Cell number is 914-844-1363. Now, if you're a veteran of any age who's interested in doing this, if you've just gotten out of the service or something and you'd like to do that, you just go down to post, it's not called the post, the VFW 5444. They have the information there for you too. So they would be able to help you contact this person. And like I say, I'm going to get a flyer up on the board, TV, and the website for that. And also, if you're interested, the VFW Post 5444 has a newsletter now. So you can, they've just started this, they just gave this to me the other day, and I don't know if they gave me, there's a phone number for them if you want to contact them. It's 845-877-6300. They have a website. It's called HTTP. What are those two little dots there? What are they?
It's a colon slash slash.
Colon, it's a colon. Oh, I thought it was. Colon slash bfw.org, O-R-G, slash. So if you want to contact them on that webpage, but you can stop down and visit them. They're if you're a veteran, you can sign up, you can join. It's very nice down there. If you're someone who your father was, your brother was, your sister was in the service, or and they're a veteran, you can sign up at the auxiliary, and they could use more members of the auxiliary. I think they told me they signed up 15, I think they told me this last time, 15 people, just recently, 15 people for their auxiliary, and 3 more people for their, of veterans have joined. So it is growing, and it's very nice, and they have a lot of interesting things down there that you could really, really enjoy doing, because they want to do things for their newer and younger people, and newer and younger veterans that like to come in and do things. So it's really very good. It's very good down there. The folks down there at the VFW there, they're absolutely lovely people. You will be welcomed. They welcome you right in, and want you to come in and join them. And it's a really very nice. And let me see, they're going to have a breakfast. I'm telling you everything about. They're having a breakfast first Sunday in March. First, I think it's the first VFW breakfast. So you go down there. It's a really nice breakfast, and that's all I have. Believe it or not.
Any other committee reports?
We met, the CAC met last night for an hour and a half. Sharon Kroger's here. Do you want to give a report, or do you want me to outline what we did?
I'm taking notes as you speak.
Oh, well, you take notes very nicely, so thank you. We, in fact, approved her notes at our meeting. We did We welcomed a new CAC member, Maureen Niels. And so that's our second member. At each meeting, we seem to be adding a member, which is a very good sign. We reviewed and approved the January notes submitted by Sharon and Mike Peak, the chair. Annual CAC and EMC roundtable is going to be Tuesday, February 25th. So we reviewed Michael Peak's outline of our goals for 2020 and our progress report for 2019, which we all agreed was representative. We added one more goal. That is to do a cleanup day on Saturday, April 18th in honor of Earth Day. I will be asking Welsh Sanitation to allow us to bring roadside litter and trash free to the transfer station that day. Again, underlining it has to be litter. We're not doing a town-wide cleanup, but if you are willing to spend an hour or two on Saturday morning, I'll have some bags, contractor bags available. I'm going to be at Wassaic right across from the Lantern Inn. There's the park there, and I'm going to at least lead whoever wants to help me in the hamlet there, and I'll have bags and a pull-behind trailer. So if you have completed your trash cleanup, maybe along your own road or your own neighborhood, you could call me, and then I would drive around and pick up bags if you tell me more or less where they are. So people on the rail trail would leave rail trail bags at the end of the rail trail, close to the road, for instance. And then I would be doing that from 11:30 to 12:30. At 1 o'clock, I'd have to be back at the transfer station before they close. So you're welcome to call me if you need more information, if you want bags ahead of time so that you and your Smithfield Valley contingent can handle that. Happy to provide that. I'm at 845-489-7826. We also talked at our CAC meeting about the 10 Mile River Watershed Collaborative meeting, of which Sharon Kroger, Victoria Perotti, and Michael Peak attended. And they brought back the information from that. The Climate Smart Community updates, we went over the Climate Smart Community checklist, of which we are going through one by one and checking off things that we are supposed to do to give us points that would ultimately lead us to becoming a climate smart community. Dutchess County, for example, just checked off things that they'd already accomplished in the course of doing business, and they are at the bronze status. Brad Barkley is going to be helping us, and as well as this group called the Dutchess County Climate Action Planning Institute. That's just off the ground, and Europa McGovern is going to be helping us with that, and 9 communities that have signed up. So they're going to basically be helping us understand how we can cut emissions, cut greenhouse gas emissions, help us be more energy efficient, and not only the town hall, but also in our community as well. So that's very exciting that we have that many resources helping us with those goals. What else did we have? We had other news updates and announcements, of which we're looking forward to getting more of our CAC resource materials on the website, the town website, so that you can access things like our Climate Smart Community Action checklists and see where we're at. Whatever other information that resources that we're using, people could access as they need to. That's all I have. Thank you.
Vicki, quick question. Did you guys discuss at any point, I think I had suggested that we send the LED street lamp materials that we had gotten to the CAC. Do you know if that was discussed at all?
We did not have that on the agenda, but I can certainly get it on the next agenda. It's the third Wednesday, and Are we looking for their suggestion or recommendation for which level of lights to choose?
Yeah, if
To go
there is an
forward?
opinion based on the options that we were given
Okay.
by NYSEG, I think that would be helpful.
I can send that to Michael, and we can get it on the agenda for our March meeting.
Great.
Are there any other committee reports? Resolution number?
11?
Authorizing a public hearing on the franchise renewal agreement between the Town of Amenia and Cablevision Systems, Dutchess Corporation. Whereas the Town of Amenia is a party to a franchise agreement with Cablevision Systems, Dutchess Corporation, to provide cable service via cable system within the Town of Amenia. Whereas the town is considering a renewal of the cable franchise agreement in accordance with federal regulations, the applicable provisions of the New York State Public Service Law, and rules of regulation of the Public Service Commission. Whereas Cablevision System Dutchess Corporation submitted a proposed franchise renewal agreement to continue to operate a cable system within the Town of Amenia, a copy of which is attached hereto as Exhibit 1. Whereas prior to entering into a renewal of the cable franchise agreement, the Town Board is required to conduct a public hearing thereon. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia is desirous of obtaining public input with respect to the following issues: past performance, equipment and facilities, franchise fee, public educational and governmental access, service to schools and public buildings, right-of-way management and safety, consumer protection, and accountability standards and procedures. Whereas the Town Board determines that the renewal of the cable franchise agreement is a Type 2 action pursuant to 6 NYCRR 617.5C and is otherwise exempt from environmental review pursuant to the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board hereby schedules a public hearing to be held at the Town Hall, Town of Amenia, 4988 Route 22, Amenia, New York 12501, on the 19th day of March 2020 at 7 p.m. At such time, all parties and citizens shall have an opportunity to be heard as to the franchise renewal agreement between the Town of Amenia and Cablevision Systems, Dutchess Corporation, and be it further resolved that the town clerk is hereby directed to publish and post the notice of public hearing in the form annexed hereto in the next 5 days prior to the scheduled public hearing, and post same on the town's website and signboard maintained by the town clerk. And I make that motion?
Second.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Council members Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Samoji?
Yes.
Just one note on that, Victoria. So what this public hearing is for is the town is going to begin conversations with Cablevision to
We
review
already
the French.
have.
We've already begun those conversations.
Yes.
And this is to see what the renewal looks like.
Right. And so I think the key part of what Victoria just read is that the town board is desirous of obtaining public input with respect to Cablevision's past performance, equipment and facilities, the franchise fees that you pay, public services provided, educational and governmental access. So I'm just noting this because I see on Facebook, for example, there are people who have issues, complaints, commendations for our cable provider. It's lovely to put them on Facebook, but you have to come give those opinions here to the town board during the public hearing on March 19th. That would be a much more effective way to...
Is that 7 p.m.?
7
Yes.
p.m.
And Roger Connor, the consultant for Cablevision, who's been working with us on updating the franchise agreement, will be here to answer questions. Resolution number 12, retaining planning consulting services for the calendar year 2020. Be it resolved, the AKRF, Cooperative Environmental Planning and Engineering Consultants, is hereby retained for the purposes of furnishing to the town board and the town's departments and agencies professional planning consulting service advice and services as may be required from time to time during the calendar year 2020, and be it further resolved that AKRF Incorporated Environmental Planning and Engineering Consultants shall be paid for such services in accordance with the fee schedule set forth in the proposal submitted to the town board dated December 3rd, 2018, and be it further resolved that the town supervisor, I believe that's 2019,
Oh, yeah.
and be it further resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to execute an engagement agreement with KRF, Corporate Environmental Planning and Engineering Consultants, in substantially the same form as annexed thereto. Basically, it'll be the same fees as last year, with no change. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Peretti?
Yes.
Council members Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Abstain.
Smoji?
Yes.
Would you mind sharing the fees, the fee schedule?
I can send it to you again. It's the same one you have from last year.
It is the same one. I just, do we have a paper from them saying they'll keep the same rates
Yes.
this year?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
that's-
send you that.
That I don't have, thanks.
Okay. The reason for, I have attached the Hartford Steam Boiler Inspection Insurance Company Loss Prevention Report that made the recommendation that said that the condition in the boiler room does not have adequate ventilation to allow sufficient combustion air for the fuel burning equipment. This was for the new, I mean, apparently the ventilation was adequate for the steam boilers, but what we currently have doesn't meet boiler code, which is why I got a quote from Crawford, who will, do a design so that we can correct the problem. There's currently louvers down there, but apparently it's not enough for the current equipment.
But who's the engineering firm that designed the,
Morris Associates.
okay, I mean, shouldn't that have been contemplated when they were designing the furnaces?
Well, I would have thought so, but it wasn't included in any of the work they did.
Is it possible to request them to?
Not at this date, unless you want to pay them more to do it.
No, I would prefer not to pay them more to do something they should have done the
Well, it
first time
isn't-
around.
Yeah, well, it isn't that they didn't do it. Apparently, they didn't take that into consideration when they were doing the whole heating project.
Okay, I mean, okay.
I mean, I'm not particularly happy about it, but we need to get it fixed. Resolution number 13 of 2020, approving a proposal for professional engineering design services for a boiler system upgrade at the town hall. Whereas the town of Amenia desires to upgrade the current boiler system in town hall by developing a design to increase combustion air for the 3 existing boilers and to decrease the infiltration of cold air into the boiler room. Whereas the town seeks to hire a professional engineering firm to design the boiler system upgrade. Whereas professional services are exempt from the bidding requirements under General Municipal Law 103, whereas the town desires to hire Crawford and Associates Engineering, PC, to perform the professional engineering design services for the boiler system upgrade in Town Hall, and whereas this is a Type 2 action under State Environmental Quality Review Act, therefore not subject to review under seeker. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby approves a proposal from Crawford and Associates Engineering, PC, to provide professional engineering design services to design the boiler system upgrade in the town of Amenia Town Hall, and be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to execute the said proposal for the professional engineering design services. The proposal that they have given us to do this work is for a fixed fee of $5,600.
you know why that wasn't in the resolution specifically?
In the what?
In this resolution?
What was it?
The actual fixed fee of $5,600. Seems odd to have a page of description, but not actually name the price, but
What do you want to add?
I would just say,
We can add
at
it
the
to,
end, say for the fixed fee
okay, for the fixed fee.
of $5,600, period.
Just to the last sentence.
Yes.
I would think maybe they're holding off for the number to be created, but
No.
it's there.
No, that's the only amount, the 5,600. Okay, we'll add that at the end of the resolution for the fixed fee of $5,600. Okay.
Tighter.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve this resolution for professional engineering design services for a boiler system upgrade at the town hall.
Second.
Supervisor Brody?
Yes.
Councilmembers Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
No.
Smoji?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Other matters you have the balance sheet and the operating system for January, operating statement, and balance sheet for January. Do you have any questions, or I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it. It was also emailed to you.
Is this a new protocol going forward, is to actually print it out for us? Because it's usually sent
Yes.
around but not printed.
Yes.
I appreciate the printing,
Yeah, it's great.
'cause it makes it easier for me to access it.
It's sometimes difficult to open PDFs in our current email system.
You noticed?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you'll be getting it every month from now on in your packets.
But also, good news on the email system.
I hope so.
February 24th, all town employees, volunteers, committee members
Balance sheet.
our good friend Mike
And
will be
operating statement.
noticing that we are upgrading the email system. You should have gotten an email from BAS already, giving you some guidance on how to do that. It's a pretty straightforward process. We'll send around another email.
And if you didn't do it, they're calling you.
They're calling you, yes.
I got the call.
That cutover is supposed to happen on the 24th, right? Still?
Yes, well, they've been following up, so.
Great. Exciting.
Just want to make sure I'm on the right page, but assigned means it's been budgeted, is the fund balance, and unassigned fund balance is residual money that's not included in the budget. I'm sorry?
Is what?
The definition of assigned versus unassigned fund balances
Right.
is this is budgeted, and
And
this is
unassigned isn't.
Yeah, okay. I just want to
Okay.
make sure I'm reading it correctly.
Okay. Is there any other public comment?
You have more matters.
Other matters?
Oh, we have to do that.
We'll let her go. We have
Okay.
to pick, it is the low bid.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Well, we'll wait to public comment.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, it's me, Sharon Kroger. In regard to that franchise, and thank you very much, Damien, for making a particular point of it, because I'm hoping people who are listening will note that this only happens once every
Couple
8
of
years or
years.
something.
10 years.
And so it's important that if the public wants to make an input, this is going to have to be their time to do it. So there's one question I have. Not everybody gets onto the internet and goes in and studies documents, even though it's publicly available, according to Dawn, and I appreciate that. Is there going to be a copy of the document somewhere where people can come to the town hall and take a look at the,
Yes,
just
the
sit
town-
down maybe
the
for
town
10
clerk will
minutes
have
and
it.
study
Do you have
the
one?
legal document?
There you go.
Is
I
it-
now have one.
Okay, so it'll be in your office, or it'll
Yes.
be up in planning and?
In the town
It'll be in my
clerk's office.
office.
Okay, that's very good to
No,
hear,
the
so
town-
that we can look at the document before the hearing in case we think we have something we need to say.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody that when this first happened, and this has been renewed once, and the town board at the time that it was first taken, and the town board that was in existence when it was renewed, at no point did they hold firmly and tell the company that they really needed the whole town to be served. And this company came in and said, well, it just doesn't pay us to put this cable everywhere, and so Smithfield Valley just didn't get Channel 22. And as far as I know, they still don't have it. So that when you're
I believe they
broadcasting
do.
here,
Yes, they do.
they now have it?
Yes.
Maybe not.
That was
but-
like,
Well, because one of the things they did when they renewed the other, they went back through all the areas in town to see that weren't served, to see what they could do to have them served.
oh, I'm glad to hear that. So there has been improvement. And so
Yes.
it would be good, I'm sure it's in the document, so we can
We don't
look.
have 100% coverage in town.
I'm
No.
so-
No, we
sorry?
don't.
We don't have 100% coverage in town.
I think parts of Deep
Well,
Hollow
then
don't-
I would
Oh,
ask,
yeah.
I would take this opportunity to ask the public, if they're listening, to please let you know if they have it or they don't have it, because Channel 22 is an important community resource, and that's how you get knowledge about what's being broadcast at these meetings. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Is there any other public comment?
You can come on up. if you-
Town board comments?
I just have this is what it said to me. A dog park. I know there was some talk about a dog park. People have been asking me, are we considering a dog park? And I explained to well, a couple of people asked me that that goes into a lot of liability for the town to have a dog park, because we have to put a special fencing, and we have to see who's going to maintain it and how we're going to clean it and the insurances and stuff. So I just thought I'd bring it up that was what somebody asked me about the dog park, and I figure,
Yeah, I've had discussions with that too.
Right.
There's been in fact, I checked with our insurance company to see if that would be something the town would be able to do, that the insurance would cover, and they said yes.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Back when we were talking about Wassaic Park and the playground equipment
that's,
down there.
well, that's where they want to put the dog park, or
I
people are
had-
asking for that.
Yeah, I had circulated a document to residents of Wassaic that live there in the hamlet, and just asked for ideas of what they would like to see at that park. And surprisingly, I got a lot of feedback for things other than building another playground down there. And so what I'd like to do is, I was unable to attend the last CAC meeting, or sorry, the last rec meeting last Thursday. Vicki and I had another meeting that conflicted, but I'll get down to the next one and I'll just share the results of what the feedback I got. I collected about 14 or 15 different ideas from folks down there. So I'll share that, and yeah, I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
Dog park.
Okay, so, also, another thing to me, question, and I know we're not finished with the train to the trail?
Trail of the train.
Trail to the train. I'll get that right one of these days. Because people have been noticing that the boardwalk's been built and everything like that. One of the question was, how are we going to get down to the boardwalk, because it looks like it has a big slant?
We aren't finished with the trail.
And that's what I said to them.
The only thing, they went ahead and did the trail did the boardwalk because it's over the wetlands.
Exact.
I mean, they're doing it in phases.
That's what I explained to them. So I just figured, since I was
No,
asked.
they're not going down there walking yet.
Yeah, actually, the grade of the trail is actually, it was a DOT mandated maximum grade, right?
Right.
Because it's actually going to be built and intended so that you can take a wheelchair up there.
Exactly.
Yes, and it'll be handicap accessible.
Good, good. That's why I brought it up so we can discuss it here and get the facts out to the folks and the folks that are watching who've asked me. It's not finished like I explained, and when it's finished, it'll be, everyone can get to the trail.
One thing I wanted to mention about Wassaic Park, I've had conversation with HVA about getting possible grants to have better access from the park to the stream and make it handicap accessible.
right.
Because the only way you can really get to the stream to fish is climb over the rocks.
Right.
But, we actually looked at a couple of places down there. So that's something else we're looking at, is to, have access for fishing
That's good.
right directly from the park.
Speaking of fishing access, how is the new place on Sin Patch? What's the latest on that? Have you heard anything?
We're going to, we were waiting till the weather got a little better to,
We have to do the parking area or something, right?
yeah, we have to do the parking area. So I was going to go meet with the county to see if they could help us with that, because part of the design that DEC wants big rocks, which would be kind of difficult with the equipment we have. So I was going to ask the county for help. And as soon as the parking area is put in, then the DEC is going to actually build the trail from the parking area down to where people can fish.
Cool.
But that'll be done when the weather gets a little better.
Yeah.
Do we want to accept the low bid?
So after looking through them, all three bids, the amounts that were read previously all stand. All three did turn in their letter of agreement as well as their non-conclusive affidavits. So they all have all the requirements that were being
Oh, okay.
requested.
Good.
So the low bid would stand if you accept with the options, just to include it at this time would be 16.8
Okay.
from Crawford and Associates. That's just because I'm not sure if
So
you
I would
need.
say just maximum of 16.8 based on the bid options listed, because we don't know if there's needs for a survey.
Yes,
We
might as well
don't
do it
know.
now then.
Yeah.
Not.
I'll make a motion that we accept the low bid of a maximum of $16,800 from Crawford and Associates for engineering for the sidewalk improvements in downtown Amenia.
Second.
Council members Samoji,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Supervisor Brody.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to thank you, Dawn, for doing that checking for us to make sure they all matched up.
I just want to make sure that they're all equal.
That's right, that's right. That's why we got you that certificate.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we sent you down there on that train.
Okay, and who would like to do the honors in Jim's
I mean, Jim's
absence?
not here.
Oh, could
So
I give a
Oh.
update as well?
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
go
have
ahead.
one thing that I'm meeting tomorrow at 5:30 here at Town Hall. Anna Clune, who's going to be writing the Greenway grant for the proposed upgrades to Fountain Square. Also working with Leo to get some of those costs broken down into more bite-sized pieces. If you remember, it was about $30,000 to make the improvements that they had designed. So we're working with Millerton Nursery. Millerton Nursery asked if we need to do 3 bids, which I believe we would put that out to bid. Would be a project of reasonable size, but I don't think we need to pay prevailing wages, which was his second question, since it probably won't meet the threshold. I think it's like 25K and up or something like that needs to be prevailing wages. I can't remember what the threshold is. Does anybody else remember?
No.
Prevailing wage threshold? Okay. I'll find out. So,
Google it.
anybody who wants to join us at 5:30 at Town Hall, talking about upgrades to Fountain Square, you're welcome to join us. Also, I need to replace the signs down at Borden Park. They're in pretty bad shape, so I will forward the information to Annette, who would then see if they would replace those signs for us, what the cost would be.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, she'll look it up.
okay.
Okay,
Oh, actually, I forgot one thing related to the trail. My apologies.
that's okay.
I had a community group reach out to me asking if the if they could volunteer for litter and trash pickup along the trail. And I figured I would just
The
tell them.
existing trail?
No, once it's built and
Oh,
open.
once it's built?
Yeah, so-
Absolutely,
Yeah, definitely.
absolutely.
I will ask them to put that in writing and send it your way, and
Yes.
Man, thank you. Thank them very much.
we'll do.
Are we ready now?
Yeah?
I make a motion that we adjourn for the evening.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.